in the first unit and you can see like this door definitely needs to be replaced. This has been demoed already. Honestly, the reason we were able to save a lot is because it wasn't in awful shape. A lot of times we'll get into a house and it's awful, all the drywall, everything's got to go. This house wasn't like that. And guess what we found under the carpet? We found this really, really, really pretty hardwood floor. That is a total win. What Eric's gonna do, because he's really good at this part, is he's going to HPR, horizontal property regime, when we sell it, and I'll tell you at the end what we're gonna sell each side for, but we'll sell them individually. We are here in Nashville, Tennessee, and we just finished up a phenomenal rehab. We at least think it's pretty phenomenal. And we even have one of our kids with us. We're actually here at Marathon Works in Nashville, and we chose this location because it's kind of a full circle moment. This is where Eric actually had his first job.
And I did Quill office supplies. I sold door-to-door office supplies, and I actually worked in the building right behind us. It's kind of cool to come full circle on what we're doing now.
What also is really cool, this was probably the office because it was so cheap, and now it's like a hot spot for tourists.
And we are about to make, on just our half of this project,
your yearly income.
We're gonna make the yearly income we both had that year.
So we are in our newly staged property, and as you know, you've kind of been with us on this journey, and this is actually our first time seeing it like this, and we are so very impressed. So we're gonna reiterate and kind of go over again some of the design things that we learned along the way, because there's a few things I wish I had done differently, but also some of the tried and true things that we always do that, you know, served us very well again here.
A couple of things that we tried to do in this one a little bit different is we stayed with a little bit cheaper of a cabinet. We also did not do a fridge currently. We think that one might have been a mistake, so we're probably gonna go ahead and order that fridge anyways.
Yeah.
We also kept very simple with the countertops. One of the things that we really learned in this one is not to do dark grout on a beveled subway. So if you're gonna do a flat subway, it's completely fine to do a darker grout, but if you're gonna do a beveled like we do here, you wanna probably use a white grout for that over your gray.
In an older house in the rehabs, you're probably not gonna have straight walls, and your cabinets are gonna be a little bit off, and you're gonna really see the gapping with the gray grout.
Everything else in here ended up going really well. We did add stand-up washer and dryer into the kitchen because there was not a space for that. We also felt that having a washer and dryer was very important in these properties.
So when you're doing rehabs full time, you need to find a way to be efficient and how to make plenty of money on them. So, creeper. We have found that, you know, the white subway tile, the simple hex floor, adds a little fanciness to it, but also it's super cost efficient.
One of the things that we really like to do in most of our rehabs now is we want to try and keep as much as we can possibly keep without having to go crazy gut to the studs. Part of that is the hardwood. The reason this house really came together, in my opinion, so well is because we did keep a lot of the older finishes. None of the layout changed. All the hardwood stayed. We didn't have to do any of those bigger ticket items that really cost you a lot and you should really look for when you're doing your rehab. You want to make sure that you get somebody underneath the house and check all the subfloor, that you don't have to come in and replace everything. Again, with trying to keep most of the things in the property, we try and keep the doors. We replace the hinges and the doorknobs because doors right now are crazy to get. Close your eyes.
we are in the second unit. Like we said, this is a duplex.
Was a duplex.
It was a duplex. Well, I guess still technically it is, but they're deeded separately now. But there are a few differences. This one's a little bit bigger. We are getting it professionally measured tomorrow, which I do recommend you get your places professionally measured because tax records are always wrong.
And we get ours professionally measured for what, 150 bucks?
125.
Really cheap, and that extra 1 or 2 square feet for us means $250 a foot. So it's a huge amount to go ahead and just do that.
And every area has them. Literally a Google search is how we found this guy, and he does all of our properties. So definitely recommend finding a professional measurer. And normally they're like retired appraiser. They just like to go out and drive around, and really I think he likes looking at our projects.
So guys, come on, we'll show you a little bit of difference. I am very, very picky. I like to have things just so. Part of how we have expanded is we had to bring in a couple of good employees. And the employees that you bring in have to be an extension of yourself. So when he walks through the property, he has to pick out the things that I normally would, because I can't be in all 25 builds we have going and 14 rehabs. Come on, I'll show you a couple of things. The biggest stuff that I always look for is a good, smooth product here. As you can see, we've got some finished items that really need to be touched up on the trim. The quarter round is not something that is in yet. Overall, it is a good finished product, but I like to have something not just finished well, but I like to be the best.
And when our stagers were here staging, she sent me a picture and she's like, FYI, we did not do this. I don't know who did. Come here, look at this. Right now, you don't see an issue, but what she sent me was the picture, and it was a really big hole in the wall. You know, we could be slimy and just hang a picture and act like we didn't know it and close on the house, but we are definitely going to come finish it and make it right, because we like to leave things better than we found them. Hanging a picture while being videoed is a little tricky. So what do we buy this property for?
So we ended up being in this property for $257,000 all in. That was with the hard money points, everything we had to do. Our total rehab in the project was $101,000.
And that was for both sides.
And that was for both sides. And so we ended up being all in for, what is that? $358 all in. We're gonna end up selling each side in the $250 to $265 range. We're looking at making close to about $100,000 in net profit after everybody's paid.
After realtor commissions.
After realtor commissions and everything like that. Overall, great deal. Start to finish on this deal, we are 90 days today.
And then, say, closing a property normally takes 30 to 45 days.
Correct.
So we'll be in this project for probably 4 to 4.5 months. Ideally, we would move a little bit quicker than that, but our project manager, he is pretty new at this, and he was really breaking his teeth in on this deal, and he did great. He knocked it out of the park.
Also, cabinets came in late.
And then windows.
Windows, we just literally put the windows in today. We also had a quick malfunction on the HVAC system. That cost us about $7,000 mistake.
But all that taken into account, you know, equals that 101 that we did in the rehab costs.
Correct.
And we will still make plenty of money. And it's a good property that someone will love, and it will make a wonderful home.
And we partnered on this with a couple of great people. We're gonna end up splitting the profit with them on this deal. So they found the deal. We brought the expertise on the rehab side and the funding. It really made for a great partnership. Hey guys, thanks for watching. As always, leave a comment. If you need anything at all from us, we're here to help you. Reach out to us on Instagram at Flip This Together.
And
subscribe and leave a like.